My schooling experience slowly but surely taught me what it's like to be educated in America. I grew up in Mesa, Chandler, and a few other cities as I made my way through elementary, middle, and high school. My dad lived in Mesa, Arizona throughout my schooling experiences, and my mom moved around a lot, but I stayed in the Mesa Public Schools district all throughout school. I went to Redwood Elementary, which was a 15-minute walk from my dad's house. My sister and I would walk to school every morning and meet up again after school to walk home together. My elementary school consisted almost entirely of minorities, but that didn't always mean you would fit in. Even though I'm a minority, I didn't have very many friends, and this caused me to really stick to schoolwork and focus on getting good grades. Although I felt like I was trying hard in school, every time parent-teacher conferences came around, every teacher told my parents that they thought I could do better or try harder. This may have caused many students to do exactly that, but instead it made me feel like I was never going to be able to meet their expectations. In third grade, I had a teacher, Mrs. Kudos. She was without a doubt the worst teacher I ever had. She had an awful reputation amongst the students at my elementary school. I remember her teaching math the Russian way, and because I didn't understand, she wanted to hold me back a grade. My parents refused to let that happen, and I moved on from the third grade and eventually graduated from the sixth grade. Going into Rose Junior High School, I felt ready to take on some harder courses. I learned all about the Holocaust in my 7th grade history class and was surprised that I had no idea what it was before then. The friends I had made in middle school went to other elementary schools around Rhodes. This is when I found out just how much they had already learned in elementary school before going on to middle school. Knowing this, I felt the need to really get the most out of my education to be ready for high school. In both 7th and 8th grade, I made the honor roll and felt like I really didn't have to try hard to get those good grades. After Rose Junior High, I went to Dobson High School. This huge prison-looking campus made me nervous that it was going to be tough to make it onto the honor roll. High school was where I realized there was much more testing being done in the classroom as opposed to learning. I remember spending hours upon hours just taking benchmark tests, which seemed unimportant even to some of my teachers. Everything always seemed so focused around our test taking that it took away from our learning experiences. I graduated from Dobson in 2015, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to major in, even though our counselors forced us to pick a major before applying to college. I began studying to become a nurse at the University of Arizona, but eventually switched over to elementary education. I was never aware of any educational issues going on until now. After taking this course, I've been surprised by just how many issues there are in the educational world. I pay much more attention to the news and what is changing as far as educational propositions and policies. Although I'm a little nervous to see what is to come, I am hopeful that with time, our government will be a little more aware of what really goes on in the classroom and will put in the time, effort, and money to support our teachers and create a better schooling system for our kiddos in the future.